Welcome back to my channel Pocket Change Coins. If you're into finding hidden gems in your spare change, you're in the right place. Today, we'll show you how some everyday coins could be worth a lot more than you think. Don't miss out, stick around. New here? Like, subscribe, and let's get started. We have an exciting coin to talk about that's likely been overlooked by many, but it holds incredible value for the right collector. We're diving into the United States of America States $quarter coin from New York, commemorating the year 1788, when New York became the 11th state to join the Union. This coin was minted in 2001, as part of the state quarters program, and it holds a special place in the history of American currency. But here's the kicker, there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. If you've got one of these in your collection, or you happen to come across one, you might just be holding a small fortune. Let's start with the basics. The New York State Quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, and featured a unique design for each state. These coins were created to honor the history and achievements of each state as it joined the Union. The New York coin was released in 2001, and its design is rich with symbolism. On the obverse, you'll find the standard image of George Washington, created by John Flanagan. On the reverse side, you'll see a depiction of the famous coat of arms of New York. It features a balanced scale, which symbolizes justice, and a sword representing the strength of the law. You'll also see a ship, representing the important role of New York's waterways in the state's economic history. Above the state's motto, Excelsior, you can spot the year 1788, marking the year New York ratified the U.S. Constitution. Now, let's talk about why this coin is so special and valuable. While these coins were produced in large numbers, it's the rare variants and minting errors that make them incredibly desirable among collectors. You see, many coins that were part of the state quarters program have gone unnoticed for years. But over time, some of them have been found to contain unique features, errors or flaws, that set them apart from the rest. One of the most common types of errors in these coins is known as die cracks. These occur when the die used to mint the coins develops a crack, which can leave a distinct line or mark on the coin's surface. These marks can make certain coins much more valuable. Another error collectors look for is the off-center strike, where the design appears to be misaligned, creating a more unique and one-of-a-kind appearance. These errors are rare and often go unnoticed, which is why they're highly prized by collectors. But what makes the 2001 New York quarter even more appealing to collectors is the limited availability of high-quality, well-preserved examples. Many of these coins were circulated and, over time, have become worn or damaged. However, those that were kept in pristine condition, especially those with minting errors, have become increasingly valuable over the years. Here's where things get really exciting. The value of this quarter, with the right features, can be much higher than you might expect. While a standard 2001 New York quarter is worth just 25 cents, a coin with a rare error or in near-perfect, uncirculated condition could be worth far more. In fact, some of these coins have been known to fetch as much as $70,000, yes, that's right, $70,000 for a single quarter. Imagine stumbling upon one of these rare error coins in your collection or finding one in a roll of quarters at your local bank. It's the kind of discovery that makes coin collecting so exciting, the thrill of uncovering a hidden treasure where you least expect it. For collectors, the New York State Quarter represents more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of the history of the United States and a key moment in the country's growth. The unique design, paired with the potential for errors, makes this coin one that every serious collector should keep an eye out for. The rarity of well-preserved or error-struck versions of this coin only increases with time, so if you've got one, or even if you find one, make sure to take a closer look. So, next time you're going through your coins or sorting through a collection, be sure to keep an eye out for the 2001 New York State Quarter. If you find one with a minting error or in exceptional condition, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth much more than just 25 cents. It could be worth $70,000. Second rare coin, we have a special coin that holds both historical significance and incredible value, the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter. This coin, part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, commemorates Louisiana's admission into the Union in 1812. But what makes this coin truly exciting is the rare errors and special features it can have, which can turn this seemingly ordinary quarter into a hidden treasure worth much more than just 25 cents. Stick with us as we dive into the details of the Louisiana State Quarter and why it could be worth $45,000. Let's start with a quick look at the coin itself. The 2002 Louisiana State Quarter features a stunning design that captures the essence of Louisiana's unique culture and history. On the reverse side, you'll see the image of a large steamboat cruising down the Mississippi River. This boat symbolizes the vital role of the river and steamboat travel in Louisiana's economy during the 19th century. Above the boat, the coin is inscribed with the state's name, Louisiana, and below it, the year 1812, marking the state's entrance into the Union. The background includes a beautiful fleur-de-lis, which is a symbol of French heritage, reflecting Louisiana's rich French roots. This design is both artistic and meaningful, but let's take a closer look at what makes the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter truly stand out. Like many coins in the State Quarters program, the Louisiana Quarter was minted in large quantities. However, some of these coins contain rare minting errors that make them highly sought after by collectors. These errors can take a variety of forms, but the two most common and valuable errors you should be on the lookout for are the double die and die cracks. The double die error occurs when the die used to stamp the design onto the coin is misaligned, resulting in the design appearing twice in slightly different positions. This can create a blurred or doubled effect, particularly on inscriptions like Louisiana or E pluribus unum. Coins with this error are incredibly rare, and collectors pay a premium for these unique pieces, as they are considered a mistake during the minting process. Another error to keep an eye out for is the die crack. This happens when the die used to stamp the coin develops a crack, which can leave a noticeable line or mark on the coin's surface. These die cracks can appear in different areas of the coin, and collectors often look for these subtle variations, as they add to the coin's uniqueness and value. However, even without these specific errors, the Louisiana State Quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can also be a valuable find. Because these quarters were widely circulated, most of them show signs of wear and tear. But if you happen to find one in mint condition, particularly one that's been kept in excellent shape since its release, you could be sitting on a valuable collector's item. The demand for well-preserved state quarters has increased over the years, as collectors continue to hunt for high-quality examples of each design. Now, let's get to the exciting part. Just how much could the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter be worth? While a regular Louisiana quarter is worth just 25 cents, coins with minting errors or in excellent condition can fetch much higher prices. In fact, if you're lucky enough to have a rare error version or an uncirculated Louisiana State Quarter in top-notch condition, it could be worth as much as $45,000, that's right, $45,000 for a single coin. It's amazing how a simple mistake during the minting process can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. Imagine finding one of these rare error coins in your collection or even in a roll of change. It could completely change your outlook on coin collecting and potentially be a life-changing discovery. So, if you've got a 2002 Louisiana State Quarter lying around, make sure to examine it carefully. Look for any signs of doubling on the lettering or any unusual marks that could be the result of a minting error. If you find one of these rare and valuable pieces, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth a small fortune. Third expensive coin, we have an exciting and rare find that might just be sitting in your collection or in your spare change. It's the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter, part of the U.S. Mint's iconic 50 State Quarters program. This particular quarter commemorates Connecticut's admission into the Union in 1788, and while it may seem like just another state quarter, there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this quarter could be worth $85,000. Released in 1999, the Connecticut State Quarter features a beautiful design that reflects the state's rich history. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see an image of a colonial drum and a pair of musket rifles. These symbols are a nod to Connecticut's significant role during the American Revolution. The inscription around the design reads, "The Constitution State," a reference to Connecticut's importance in the drafting of the U.S. Constitution. Above the design, you'll find the year 1788, marking the year Connecticut became the fifth state to join the Union. But here's the thing, while millions of these Connecticut state quarters were minted, only a small fraction of them have certain rare characteristics that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. Just like other state quarters, the 1999 Connecticut coin is often overlooked, but for the seasoned collector, this coin can be a hidden gem, especially when you're looking at minting errors and unique variations that can really boost its value. Now, what makes this coin special and worth so much? Let's start with some of the rare minting errors that can make this quarter worth a small fortune. One of the most common and valuable errors found in these state quarters is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during the minting process, creating a double impression of the design, particularly on the text and imagery. In the case of the Connecticut state quarter, you might notice the words Constitution State or Liberty appearing doubled, which can instantly make the coin more valuable. Another error to watch out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not aligned properly in the press, causing the design to be stamped off-center. These errors give the coin a distinctive look, and collectors are always on the hunt for them because they add an element of uniqueness to the coin. These off-center errors are especially desirable if they occur in a rare or high-quality state, but even if you don't have one with an error, a Connecticut state quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can still be quite valuable. After all, most of these quarters were widely circulated, which means they were often exposed to wear and tear. The value skyrockets for well-preserved specimens that haven't been damaged or worn down by time and handling. So, if you happen to find one that looks as fresh as the day it was minted, you could be holding on to something special. The demand for high-quality state quarters has steadily grown over the years, especially as collectors continue to look for rare and valuable versions of these coins. And when you combine the historical significance of Connecticut's role in the founding of the United States with the potential rarity of error coins, it's easy to see why this quarter has become such an exciting find for collectors. So, how much can a 1999 Connecticut state quarter really be worth? Well, if you happen to find one with a minting error, or if yours is in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be sitting on a coin worth $85,000. That's right, $85,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin worth just 25 cents could turn into such a valuable piece of history. Imagine the thrill of finding one of these rare, error-struck coins in your collection or even in your pocket change. Coin collecting is filled with surprises, and the 1999 Connecticut state quarter is a prime example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can turn into something extraordinary with just the right circumstances. So, if you have any 1999 Connecticut state quarters lying around, make sure to give them a careful inspection. Look for any double die features, off-center strikes, or signs that the coin might be in exceptional condition. If you find one with those unique characteristics, you could be holding onto a coin worth $85,000. Now, we're diving into a coin that you might have come across before, but you may not know just how valuable it could be. We're talking about the 1999 New Jersey state quarter. This coin is part of the 50 State Quarters program, released by the U.S. Mint in 1999 to commemorate New Jersey's entrance into the Union in 1787. But there's much more to this coin than just its historical significance. Stick with us until the end of the video, and you'll discover why this seemingly simple quarter could be worth $90,000. Released in 1999, the New Jersey quarter features an elegant design that captures the state's rich history and heritage. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a depiction of George Washington crossing the Delaware River, an iconic moment from the American Revolution. This image not only honors New Jersey's role in the Revolution but also symbolizes the determination and courage of the soldiers who fought for American independence. Along the top of the coin, you'll see the state's name, New Jersey, and at the bottom, the year 1787, marking the year New Jersey ratified the U.S. Constitution. Now, you might think that a quarter with such a rich historical design would be a popular one among collectors, and you'd be right. But it's the rarity of this coin, especially when it comes to specific errors and unique characteristics, that can make it worth so much more than face value. While millions of New Jersey state quarters were minted, only a small number of them have rare variations that can cause them to skyrocket in value. One of the most sought-after features among collectors are minting errors. These errors occur when there's a problem during the production process, and they can create unique variations in the coin's design. One of the most exciting types of errors in the New Jersey quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's die is misaligned during the minting process, resulting in the design being stamped twice. This can create a double effect on parts of the image or text, especially on words like liberty or e pluribus unum. Coins with this error are rare and incredibly valuable, making them highly sought after by collectors. Another error that can add value to the New Jersey state quarter is a die crack. A die crack happens when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack or break. This can leave a noticeable line or mark on the coin's surface. While these die cracks are not as visually striking as a double die error, they are still considered rare, and collectors will pay a premium for coins with these kinds of imperfections. But here's the kicker: even if your 1999 New Jersey state quarter doesn't have a minting error, you could still have a valuable coin if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition. The majority of these coins were widely circulated, which means they've been exposed to wear and tear. But if you happen to find one that's been kept in excellent condition, you've got yourself a coin that's highly desirable to collectors. The demand for uncirculated state quarters has increased over the years, and the value of these well-preserved pieces continues to rise. So, how much can a 1999 New Jersey state quarter be worth? If you're lucky enough to have one with a rare error, or if yours is in near-perfect condition, it could fetch an impressive price at auction. The value of this quarter could be as much as $90,000. Yes, you heard that right, $90,000 for a single quarter. It's amazing to think that a coin worth just 25 cents could become such a valuable collector's item. Whether it's due to a rare minting error, its historical significance, or its excellent condition, this New Jersey state quarter can command a hefty price tag. Imagine stumbling upon one of these rare coins in your collection or finding it in a roll of change at the bank. It's the kind of discovery that every coin collector dreams of. The New Jersey state quarter is a perfect example of how something so small can hold such big value, especially when you know what to look for. If you've got any 1999 New Jersey state quarters lying around, it's time to take a closer look. Look for double die errors, die cracks, or simply check if the coin is in excellent, uncirculated condition. You never know, what you thought was just a regular quarter could be worth a small fortune. Next coin, we're diving into a coin that might just surprise you with its rarity and potential value, the 2009 Guam State Quarter. While it may not be the first coin that comes to mind when thinking of valuable state quarters, this one is definitely a hidden gem. If you're a collector or just someone who loves coins, trust me, you'll want to hear about why this little quarter could be worth $20,000. Released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program in 2009, the Guam State Quarter was the last in a series of 6 U.S. territories to be honored. This coin represents Guam's unique history and its status as an unincorporated territory of the United States. The reverse of the coin features a beautiful design, showcasing a sailing canoe, which is a tribute to the island's indigenous Chamorro people and their seafaring heritage. The canoe is beautifully depicted with the ocean waves crashing against it, a nod to the importance of the sea and the incredible navigational skills of the Chamorro people. Above the canoe, you'll see Guam inscribed, along with the year 2009, marking the year this coin was issued. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a quarter, how valuable can it be? Well, it turns out this coin is much more than just pocket change. While millions of these quarters were minted, there are a few factors that make the 2009 Guam State Quarter stand out, and they're the same factors that can drive its value through the roof. First off, let's talk about the coin's rarity. Most state quarters are minted in large quantities and circulated widely, which means that most of them end up showing signs of wear and tear. However, the 2009 Guam quarter was released in smaller quantities compared to many of the other state quarters, making it a bit rarer than some of its counterparts. This alone gives it an edge in the world of collectors, who are always on the lookout for coins that were produced in smaller numbers, but rarity alone isn't what makes this coin truly valuable. What really drives its worth are the minting errors that have been found in some of these quarters. And if you're lucky enough to come across one of these error coins, it could significantly increase the value of your coin. Some of the most common errors found in the 2009 Guam State Quarter include the double die error and the off-center strike error. The double die error occurs when the die used to stamp the design onto the coin is misaligned or damaged, resulting in a double impression of the image. This could cause the letters, numbers, or elements of the design to appear blurred or doubled. These kinds of errors are highly desirable among collectors, especially when they are found on coins that are already rare, like the 2009 Guam State Quarter. Another error to keep an eye out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't aligned properly during the minting process, causing the design to appear off-center. These off-center strikes can make a coin look unique and interesting, and collectors love these one-of-a-kind pieces. While they may not be as common, if you find a 2009 Guam quarter with an off-center strike, you've got a rare treasure on your hands. But here's the big picture: even without any minting errors, the 2009 Guam State Quarter is still worth a lot more than its face value, especially if it's in pristine condition. Most of the Guam quarters that were released were heavily circulated, so finding one in mint or uncirculated condition is rare. As more time passes, these high-quality examples will become harder to find, which will continue to drive up their value in the future. Now, let's talk numbers. How much could this coin actually be worth? If you happen to have a 2009 Guam State Quarter with a minting error, or if it's in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $20,000. Yes, you heard that right, $20,000 for a single quarter. It's amazing to think how much a seemingly simple coin can be worth when you factor in its rarity, condition, and the potential for minting errors. So, if you have any 2009 Guam quarters in your collection, take a closer look at them. Check for any signs of minting errors, or simply examine the condition of the coin. If it's in excellent shape or has one of these rare errors, you could be holding onto a coin worth a small fortune. Last unique coin, we're diving into a very special coin, the 2000 Virginia State Quarter. Released as part of the 50 State Quarters program, this coin holds more value than you might expect. With a design that commemorates Virginia's rich history and its place in the birth of America, this quarter is more than just a piece of pocket change. But what makes it truly special? Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll learn why this quarter could be worth $33,000. The 2000 Virginia State Quarter is part of the series that was released in the year 2000, featuring all the states in the order they entered the Union. Virginia, the 10th state, is proudly represented with a beautiful and meaningful design on the coin. On the reverse side, you'll see a depiction of the statue of George Washington, surrounded by an outline of the state of Virginia. This design honors Virginia's pivotal role in American history, from being the birthplace of George Washington to being home to the country's first permanent English colony at Jamestown. The words, Virginia, and 1607 to 2000, are inscribed, marking the 400th anniversary of the founding of Jamestown. At first glance, this coin may seem like just another state quarter. But if you take a closer look, you'll realize there's much more to it than meets the eye. What truly makes the 2000 Virginia State Quarter so intriguing are the errors and rare variations that can make it incredibly valuable. Collectors and numismatists are always on the lookout for these unique coins that stand out from the standard issue, and that's exactly where the value comes from. One of the most exciting errors that can be found in the Virginia State Quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to stamp the design onto the coin is misaligned or defective, leading to a double imprint. You might notice that the text, such as Liberty or In God We Trust, looks as if it has been stamped twice, with a slight overlap. This is a highly sought-after error, as double die coins are relatively rare and often go for a premium price in the collector's market. Another error you should watch out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to appear off-center. These errors can be strikingly unique and add an extra level of rarity to the coin. Collectors love these coins because they stand out as one-of-a-kind pieces, making them a valuable addition to any collection, but it's not just the errors that make this coin special. Even without any minting mistakes, a Virginia state quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can command a high price. Most of these quarters were widely circulated, meaning they've likely suffered from wear and tear over the years. But if you find one that's still in excellent condition, without any scratches, discoloration, or signs of heavy use, you could be holding on to something that's quite rare. Coins like this are much more difficult to come by, which only increases their value as time goes on. The Virginia state quarter has been a favorite among collectors since its release, and as the years pass, the demand for well-preserved specimens continues to grow. This coin is part of an important historical moment, marking the year 2000 and the 400th anniversary of Jamestown's founding. That historical significance, combined with its rarity and potential for minting errors, makes it a highly desirable coin for collectors who are looking to add something truly special to their collection. So, what kind of value are we talking about for a 2000 Virginia state quarter? Well, if you have one with a minting error, or if yours is in pristine condition, you could be looking at a coin worth $33,000. That's right, $33,000 for a single quarter. It's incredible to think that a coin worth just 25 cents could appreciate in value so much. And the best part is that it's still out there, waiting to be discovered in someone's collection or even in your pocket change. Now, I bet you're going to want to start checking your own quarters more carefully. Take a look at your 2000 Virginia state quarters and see if you can spot any errors, or just examine their condition. If you happen to find one with a double die error, off-center strike, or simply in mint condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2000 Virginia state quarter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another valuable coin discovery. You never know, your next quarter could be worth $33,000. Happy hunting, and good luck with your collection.